and this is toDIYfor. So everywhere I look, I'm always thinking of new things that I can DIY, and oftentimes I'll pick up items and I'll not even know what I'm going to turn them into. That's the case with this week's DIY. I was actually out walking alongside the St. John River, which is really close to where I live, and in the spring it floods like crazy. I didn't realize it until just now that there is a ton of driftwood left behind from the spring thaw, and I went back and I collected a bunch of it, as much as I possibly could, and had no idea what I was going to do with it. I've got a couple of DIYs in mind, and this is just the first driftwood inspired DIY. So this is the pile of driftwood I managed to collect. You'll also need a hammer and some small finishing nails, and then I have a glass dish that I'm going to kind of create a nest around. So that's exactly what I'm doing here, just showing you how I'm piecing the pieces of wood together. This is trial and error, just trying to see what fits, how it stays level, and aesthetically what you really like. This is what I came up with. So as I remove the glass, as you can see, it's not nailed together at this point, but that is the shape that I'm going for. So with a few small finishing nails, I ended up just, nailing them into place as best as possible. It'd be really great if you had somebody to help you out with this, to hold it in place. Otherwise, you're going to want to nail into a piece of wood as best you can, just a little tip coming out, and then you're going to nail that into the piece of wood. And this is why it'd be great to have somebody to help you out with this, to hold them in place, because as I was doing this just on my own, my design completely changed because I wasn't nailing the wood in exactly how I had it placed. So it looks a little bit different than I originally planned, but I actually still really like it, and it's pretty stable, as you can see. So just pop on the glass, and that's all there is to it. So that's what I came up with for my first driftwood DIY. I do have a few other larger pieces that I plan and hope to turn into a DIY down the road, just not sure what I'm going to do with them as of yet. But driftwood is interesting to work with. You're never going to truly recreate something that you see, because you just got to work with what you can find. So I would love to see what you create with driftwood, whatever decor piece you come up with. Please send some photos my way if you try this DIY out for yourself. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper, and then just tag me in those DIYs so I can check them out. Also, don't forget to like this DIY if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, because next Wednesday I'll be back with a new DIY. Cheers! It's all loud with the construction.